Hi everyone, it's StKilda's channel. Welcome back to another season review video on my channel. Today I'm doing StKilda's 2021 season review. If you're returning Kilda's Magpies, welcome. Like, comment. If you're new to the channel and watching this for the first time, like, comment and subscribe. Big shout out to Saints TV, does a wonderful job. The fan cams, I think this year's been so tough on the Saints. 10 win season. Had him, I think, 11th or. Certainly had him a little bit probably higher than how I picked him, but and a nice shout out to Carbon 22 as well. Does amazing content on top of that. So I'll get straight into it. Now, the positives and negatives are always good to get on. I think StKilda's fans want top 8. And I understand why. Based on last year's losing the final to Richmond. And you go by on how a team can beat you in your first final compared to now. Look, it is a drop off in a way how this season has gone about. But I had doubts in a way. Like, I want StKilda to be up there and playing finals and top 4 and that sort of stuff. I think it's going to be a great season when they do make it. But I think you perform better with no expectations on you. Like, internally, if you think a top 8 team, I think you should be aiming for, well, around to 6th, the 5th and 8th mark, you think. I've seen firsthand what StKilda can do. Like, the positives wins, they had a really good win against Richmond, absolutely smacked them. Smacked Fremantle, which is a credit. They beat us in Brisbane as well on top of that. And I think they've been competitive in most of the games as well. But to lose to Richmond, Geelong twice, which is a worry. Beat North Melbourne as a positive, but having said that, should have won by more. The negatives after that, you lose to Port Adelaide, you lose to Richmond, who absolutely smacked them. And I think from memory, it's like positives you beat West Coast, but the negative that you lose to them by points and give effort. You beat Sydney as a positive, but you lose to them up at the SCG. So I think the pressure of winning and losing consistently is up there. They're inconsistent in their performances. And I think it's due to probably have they sat down and talked about the targets of, okay, look, we made finals last year. We need to improve as a group. We need to get better. Because if we want to play finals footy consistently, we have to show up every single week and show some heart and fight and passion. And I think with that, like the negative of losing to an Adelaide team as well on top of it is the way the game gets played. Like, you get a good lead, but then you got to put teams to the sword. The first game, they were competitive against Geelong, losing by 21 points. Having a 35 or 36 point margin in the first quarter, and you think, oh yeah, how good are the Saints? Like, they're going to surely get on and win the game of footy. But having said that, they'll lose it. And they choke a game like that. They lost to, they beat, I think they beat Hawthorn, but they lost to Essendon, I'm pretty sure. So with the games that St Kilda are playing, they don't defend as well as what they should be. The second game against Richmond, I think it's a really good sign of improvement from that. But then my question marks, and I wasn't trying to be nasty in the way I was saying this, as well, can you back it up? And you go, okay, but the problem is that Collingwood game, 42 points up, realistically should have won by 60 or 70 points. But you just don't, because Collingwood come back and St Kilda almost choke a lead like that. And they're up against North Melbourne. And you think, oh yeah, by how much? But you don't show some fight into wanting to perform well and in accuracy in front of goal the second time against the Cats as well. So, you know, the first time and the second time, it's that they crumble under the Geelong pressure. And I think the way that you want to play against the Cats is that you got to show attacking flair. You know, do what a quick attacking team. You got to slow them down. You got to make them play your way. And I think with St Kilda, you can't allow Geelong to kick 1 or 2 goals. The facts are they're going to come back and they're going to come back hard. So I think with that, it's been a decent season from them. Basically because of the way that the ladder has achieved on that. Like I didn't have them in the 8. You know, Fremantle finished 11th and St Kilda finished 10th. So you're not that far off the way that they are. But having said that, it's going to be a tough season next year, definitely for them. So I see the future and the way they go about it. I think they need to be playing finals and top 8, and then eventually top 4. I just think when the hunger wasn't there this year, but in the games that they played really well against Fremantle, playing 4 quarters and kicking 100 points. You want to see that consistency in that performance. So, and to be like 28 points down against the Eagles and winning, St Kilda might feel, oh, we're in this game. Just think at the moment, we're not. You know, we still win. You know. But then to lose Carlton the way that they did, that sort of gets that frustration in as well. So I think the positives were that they bounced back from it. I think the negative of that is that there's too many inconsistencies in their performances. Still think it's been a decent season, like a good season for them, because I wasn't expecting them to make it based on what I thought. But St Kilda fans, you know, let me know what you think, because there's too many inconsistencies in games that you see as well. On top of it, and I think this has to be playing finals next year. So, how do I rate this season out of 10? I think the wins that have been are good, but then there have been inconsistency, like allowing teams to come back as well, and that happened against Adelaide, happened against Collingwood, happened far too often. The West Coast game was a prime example. You let a team get further in front and you play catch up, and then you either win or you lose. So it's like that frustration for St Kilda supporter at the moment, is that you don't know what's going to happen. But I think after all, I think it's been a decent season. So I think I'm going to rate it 7.5 out of 10 or 8. I'll go between 7.5 because I think that's what it probably should be at the moment. So that's the on what I think. I'll go through. Obviously, you finish higher than Fremantle is always positive, but you want to perform consistently well. So for the next 3 years, I think we'll see teams perform you see teams like Fremantle and StKilda being up there, finishing 11th and finishing 10 respectively. I think that's a decent season in my eyes for StKilda and Fremantle fans, and I'm sure there's plenty of them out there as well. So if they can be competitive in the losses and show something, surely that is a mindset that you go into. So this will be on my channel as well. I'll get that out of the way. Like, comment and subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments below. But until next time, love yous all. I really look forward to it. Just love the way how the Saints are going about their footy at the moment. I can't know Lost Line Days. Can you believe it, that they're playing finals and grand finals? And I thought that's a huge positive, and I think you want that, and I want to see it myself. You know, I'll be so happy for the StKilda's supporters to actually go, wow, look what StKilda can do in a big game situation. But COVID affected year last year and this year, unfortunately, so that does take into consideration as well. But until then, bye for now.